Very, very, excited about our team's performance. We made it a point at the start of this month, knowing we would have 5 opportunities in the month of October to reset our season. We've done that. We're 2-0 in the NFC North. There's a lot of good football out in front of this team. But I do want to first start out and just say, thinking about our quarterback, went out today again, as he has for most of the 2023 season. Played the quarterback position as well as anybody in our league, and just continued to build and build and build. We are fearing. Currently, he's being evaluated and will be into tomorrow. We are fearing an Achilles injury. The severity of that, I do not know at this point, but I know that's what our fear is in the moment, and we'll confirm that as soon as possible. Thinking of Kirk, our locker room, every single player in our locker room, thinking about our leader, our guy right now, and I'm just so proud of him, proud of the way he's played all season long, and it's whatever is the case, if we don't have him for one snap or for the duration of our season, that will not change the fact of what I believe Kirk Cousins, the level he played to this year, and ultimately what he's meant to me and our organization. So thinking about him right now, but I am excited for our team. It is not an easy place to come get a road victory in the NFC North at Lambeau Field. I thought the defensive performance was phenomenal. Gave that whole side of the ball and the coaching staff game balls. Just 6 3-and-outs they forced. Got the huge turnover that we then scored on the next play. Complimentary football at its finest, and then some of those stops on downs there in the second half to really allow us to keep a pretty comfortable lead there all the way to the very end. Offensively, I thought we were efficient throughout the whole game. Didn't have our first 3-and-out till pretty late there in the fourth quarter. Really executing on third down, coming out of the half, getting a touchdown, and then following that up with the sudden change touchdown. I think our team has really learned, especially through the first 3 weeks of the season. We have kind of allowed that adversity to be constant learning and growth for our team. And the team in that locker room right now is a very confident team, and they know we're getting better and better, and we're going to continue to push forward on the hunt for just playing better and better and being our best when it's required. And I love this team, and I love what they're all about right now, and it's a credit to those guys.
Do you have contingency plans for quarterback at the moment?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. It's first and foremost, we'll confirm the severity of the injury, and then we'll talk internally and get a lot of opinions and thoughts on where we're at. I did think Jaron did a nice job. It's not easy to come in cold, legitimately cold, and get a couple completions there. Third down completion to TJ was big in the landscape of time and forcing them to use their timeouts. Every single offensive player told me he was very, very good with his communication, snap counts, cadence, all the things sometimes you're a little, you give a second thought to that maybe you don't normally when Kirk's in there. But I thought Jaron was incredibly cool, calm, and collected, and we'll definitely talk about what the best thing is moving forward. But it's going to take our entire football team to rally around Kirk, just like we've had to do around Justin and Marcus and some of the other things that happened early on in the season. But that's exactly what we'll do. We do not know any other way.
What's your state of mind after seeing that Kirk is always on the field?
Yeah.
Work so close with him in 2 different places, and just to actually see that, and just knowing what the news that you might be getting, what's your state of mind absorbing?
Yeah, I do know one thing, Kev. I do know it's going to have to be an injury that makes him not capable physically of playing, because if it has anything to do with pain tolerance or a choice to go out on the football field, Kirk Cousins is going to be out on the field. So, like I said, we'll figure out the severity of it, and you guys know what my fear of is right now of the injury, and when we confirm that, as an organization, we'll try to move forward in the short term, knowing that like I said, I'm not sure anybody in this league overall was playing as well, or if not as well as Kirk at the position this year.
Is there any reason to think, at least in the very short term, that Jaron would not be the starter?
No, I think in my mind, I think we've got to take a look at potentially all the options, including building the best possible group around Jaron, knowing that we're going to continue to build a complete offense, based upon a lot more than just the quarterback. But I will say, previously on Monday night and today on third down, Kirk was absolutely fantastic, and just hurts to know that he's not more than likely going to be able to continue progressing forward on what has really felt like maybe his best season as a pro. So,
Kevin, is Nick Mullins close to being
yeah, that's a great question, Ben. He's progressing along, and that will definitely. That's why I don't want to commit one way or the other, because we've been kind of allowing Nick to, rehab, and he's done a really nice job. He's getting stronger. I imagine he'll be a real possibility for us. I don't know what next week looks like, but that's why I don't really want to confirm or commit to anything quite yet. But I'll keep you guys posted as the week goes on.
You could hear the disappointment in the players' voices. They're happy with the win, but disappointed.
Yeah, I think you can feel it. You guys can feel it throughout our whole locker room. They know. Our guys know. And I didn't really want it to be something where we just don't talk about it. Acknowledge, gave all the defensive guys game balls. I thought KJ Osborne, 1 yard away from a 100-yard performance. He was huge. Jordan, TJ were all big time today. But the last game ball was for Kirk, and rightly so, because he's playing absolutely fantastic football for us.
What did he feel like the synergy with you, him, and just the offense as a whole these last two games has been as efficient, rhythmic as you've seen with your time?
Yeah, I would have liked to run the ball a little bit better today. I think we were, basically right at 2 yards a carry. Would have liked to see us, take advantage of some things a little more, but that's a good front over there. They're incredibly healthy. That defense got healthy. But as far as our pass game was concerned, and really the run game and the commitment to it continued to set up some of those looks. Maybe in the play-pass game, I thought our screen execution, we got the one to Jordan. That was a big play. And then, like I said, third down, red zone, Kirk's ability to really digest a lot. I could put a wristband on anybody in this room right now, and they're not going to be able to digest, what Kirk's been able to do on those downs, and getting us to the right play, understanding my vision, my intent, our offensive staff's intent for the play. Regardless of the look, we're going to have an answer, and he's finding it and has been finding it time and time again, and that's really fueled our offensive production, and then allowed our defense to rest and then come on the field, recharge, and make their plays. Complementary football, the way we kind of envisioned it, has really existed these last 2 weeks. It's been good. It's been fun to see.
We've seen what he's done on the field to kind of spark you from that poor start. What has he meant just off the field in the locker room and stuff, and getting you all back to where you are?
It's a great
now?
question, because those are the things people don't see. They don't see just the same exact guy with an energy and a positivity to chase improvement every single day. Regardless of circumstance, short week, bonus days, road game in the NFC North. I know he's meant so much to me personally in the role that I'm in, knowing that I can lean on him and ultimately work as hard as we possibly can together for the betterment of our football team. He talked to the offense, Saturday about, the truest measure of performance is consistency, and it's the hardest thing to do in the NFL. And that's all he's really done this year, is demonstrate and prove that. Against some really, really good defenses, road, home games, all those things. My challenge to our whole team is going to be, we're gonna need to absorb this, own it and the reality of this, but we're gonna have to be there for our guy. We're gonna have to be there for Kirk every step of the way, and then ultimately, vice versa. I have zero concern that Kirk won't continue to be the leader of our football team. Even if he can't jog out there and take snaps.
Kevin, what did you, observe, or what did you hear from the medical staff as far as how it happened? Like it kind of was stepping up in the pocket.
Yeah, I think he stepped up in the pocket. We were, kind of calling a safe play right there, a little bit of a screen, kind of double move in case they were aggressive in the moment. I think it was a 3-man rush, and he kind of stepped up in the pocket, and that's all I saw, Ben. I just know, just some of my dialogue with Kirk. Seems like maybe his cleat might have got stuck in the ground or whatever it was. It's not probably right for me to speculate. I just know that incredibly, incredibly unfortunate in that moment.
Last couple.
Kevin,
Jordan Addison, the way that Jordan Addison stepped up.
Yeah.
What does it mean to follow up a big performance a couple days later, do the same thing again?
Yeah, no, he's. You guys can see we're using him a lot of different ways. Had him out of the backfield today once, and then just motions, and just trying to take advantage of the fact that he has a complete skill set. Had a couple more opportunities that he was as mad as anybody about down in the touchdown and then potentially that ball down the sideline there versus man coverage that got overturned on review. But I'm very, very excited about Jordan. But how about KJ Osborne? He doesn't get talked about a whole lot, and all he's done since he's really assumed more of a significant role with the Minnesota Vikings is continuously make plays, huge third down catch for an explosive. But then it's also his ability to be really all three spots at once makes him so incredibly versatile. And T.J. Hawkinson picked up right where he left off once he was able to overcome that injury on Monday night.
I was curious that kind of irrelevant, but some of the special teams mistakes like kicking the ball out of bounds and then Jay lining up offsides twice.
Yeah, I was, that's definitely something we've got to work on and improve. Too many penalties in the kicking game phase. I'll have to take a look at the hold that they called. I did not see it live, but I know 10. If there was a hold right there, and if it was, what I think it probably was, those officials seemed pretty adamant about it, and I do respect that. I know there was 10 other guys doing their job to spring tie for what would have been, a huge, huge play in that moment. But yeah, we've got to clean up. That tends to happen when you've kind of your rosters being elevated from within, whether it's guys like Brandon Powell taking more reps defensively. I know TD got out there a little bit at linebacker. Andrew Booth playing more snaps. You just start seeing more of your kind of combined roster with the elevations from the practice squad and guys that we're going to ask next man up mentality regardless of the position. We've got to make sure our execution is clean and can't have penalties in that phase.
Last one more.
And then Greg's first miss, it's like 4th and 1 for 24. Curious why you didn't go for it.
Yeah, I just felt like, we had internally talked a lot about starting fast, and I know, our opponent had talked a lot about starting fast. I just felt like in that moment, 3 points, getting it there, my faith in Greg to knock it through. We just didn't get the kick. We didn't make the kick, and once again, the word response comes to mind because whether it's our defense going out on the field in that moment or offensively taking the field the next drive and consistently moving the ball, I felt like most of the day, and I was pretty confident in our group to be able to continuously, regardless of what it looked like previously or how it ended previously, I was pretty confident in our group to go out and execute.
Love Jaron Hall right in.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.